And Gregory is someone very compassionate that comes from the heart. I always love to be side by side giving trainings with Gregory, because you will benefit from every know-how and practical tools and techniques that Gregory loves to share with each one of us every day, because he is simply an emotional intelligence and an NLP master coach and trainer as well, who has a lot of experience, and I'm so happy to have him with me here tonight. Let's give a big round of applause to Gregory.
Sure.
And it's his birthday also tonight, so I'm so happy also that he is actually, you know, a sign of his compassion is to basically be here with me on his birthday. So happy birthday to Gregory, and
happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Gregory! And now, what I would also like to say to each one of us is thank you so much for taking the time tonight and for committing to joining us. And, you know, I'm sure every one of us has so many different things to do tonight, but you have committed to come here tonight and to join. So a big round of applause to each one of you for taking the time and joining us tonight. So I would want to also to tap your shoulder and to thank yourself for taking that step and joining here tonight. We always say, we're busy. I'll try to join, but you have made it here tonight. So thank yourself for taking the time, me time for you tonight. And I am committed, together with Gregory, to providing you with practical tools and techniques on how to be intelligent with your emotions. So this is the topic of tonight. The topic of tonight is basically the importance of emotional intelligence for our overall well-being. So that is what we will be talking about tonight. And the idea is that, what is emotional intelligence? So some of you might know came across the word emotional intelligence. Some of us studied it. So I would like to hear from each one of you here tonight, whether you are aware of what is emotional intelligence. Have you heard about it? Have you taken any courses? What is your takeaway on emotional intelligence? Is anyone aware of what is emotional intelligence, what we so-call EI, or your emotional quotient? Can I see hands? Does anyone have any idea? Yes, Christina, you're on mute. We cannot hear you. Can you unmute yourself? Yes, sorry.
I didn't realize I muted myself. Anyway, I thought Gregory controls that. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Christina.
Hey, Gregory, happy birthday. Here, I didn't even know, but there you go.
Cheers. Cheers.
Happy birthday. Cheers. So, you know, emotional intelligence is something that is not taught in school, but it should be, along with academics. And I believe it's as important, if not more. You can be very intelligent, book smart, but you are not able to communicate, engage, and influence others or motivate. And to me, intelligence, emotional intelligence, is being able to translate your knowledge and while you're engaged with people and communicate effectively and efficiently and get results. To me, that's what emotional intelligence is.
Well, thank you so much, Christina. This is one part of emotion, of being what emotional intelligence means. What we are going to be talking about tonight is to provide you basically with the specific pillars of what emotional intelligence covers and what it means exactly, and how can we basically be emotionally intelligent. Yes, please go ahead.
To me, emotional intelligence is how to deal or tackle day-to-day routine or daily schedules or lifestyle, and how to manage them is emotional intelligence.
Also, a good way of looking at it. So I am welcoming some on-site participants that you could see also, I guess. So you're welcome. So basically, without further ado, what I'm gonna be first starting to talk to you about is the pie of knowledge. You can all see the screen, can you? Yeah.
You mean
Okay.
the background?
Yes,
looks
you
like
can all see the screen. Okay, so I am sharing my screen. Am I? You can see it?
No.
Yes. So Christina, you will need to basically look. It seems that you're joining us from your phone or something. So can you see it now? Anyway,
Yes,
yes, great. So what we're going to talk about tonight is, before we start digging into emotional intelligence, is something that we call the pie of knowledge. So we're all here tonight wanting to learn something new, correct? We are all here wanting to know what is emotional intelligence, okay? So we are all here to grab additional know-how, additional knowledge on few topics, because as we say, we are learning systems. We cannot stop learning. We have this eagerness to learn. And Hira has mentioned before you guys joined, she's keen to learning more and more. So the idea of the pie of knowledge is for us to basically say to ourselves, you know what, even if I am an expert in my field, I know what I know. Okay, so if you look at the pie of knowledge, the green part of the pie of knowledge is 10%. So I know what I know means that no matter how expert I am, say, in emotional intelligence here tonight, I have been doing it, say, for 10, 15 years. I'm a lawyer by profession, as Gregory said, but still in this pie of knowledge, in my expertise as a lawyer or as a Reiki master or as an emotional intelligence person, this is only for constituting 10% of this whole pie of knowledge, because I want to learn more and more. Then if you look at the second part,
we cannot see the screen. Actually, we cannot see the screen.
It's your phone. It's your phone. Gregory, I am sharing though.
Yes, you are sharing.
Okay.
So the idea for you to the takeaway
Okay.
of this pie of knowledge, but yeah, you can see it now. So the idea of the pie of knowledge that I would like you to you know, take note of tonight is that we are learning systems, and we want to say to ourselves, okay, I know what I know, but it's only 10% of this pie of knowledge. The second 10% of the pie of knowledge goes like this: I know what I don't know. Which means, for example, before you guys joined, I had, I know that I have no idea about IT. So I called, you know, the management, please help me out, set up the room, etc. So I know that I'm not that of an expert in specific fields. So instead of me wanting to learn everything that I'm not interested in, I would say to myself, you know what, I want to delegate few topics to others. So it's the art of delegation, to say to myself, you know what, I don't want to learn this. I'm not interested, say, in IT. So I want to delegate it to people who are experts in the field. Now, the third part of the pie of knowledge is what I want you to take note of tonight. Is for us to say to ourselves, you know what, I don't know what I don't know. So my attitude towards learning is to be curious. All of us here are curious, wanting to learn more and more. Even if I'm an expert in the field, even if I am, let's say, I have been practicing law for 20 years, I want to have a humble attitude towards learning. I want to say to myself, and can we all say it together, I don't know what I don't know. I don't know what I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what
I don't know what I don't
don't
know.
know.
So what does that mean? I don't know what I don't know. I want to, even if I'm an expert in what I know in my field, I want to have this open, you know, attitude, this humble attitude towards learning. And like to say to myself, you know what, I want to learn more and more. Even if I'm an expert, I want to listen to other opinions. I want to be open to learning more and more about things. I am going to be learning, me and Gregory, from you here tonight. Even though we're experts in emotional intelligence, say, we are here to learn from each one of you. We want to have that humble attitude towards learning. And when you have a humble attitude towards learning, you are emotionally intelligent, meaning you are intelligent with your emotions of like ego or, you know, like, I know it all. So you would want to say to yourself, you know what? I want to practice the emotion of humbleness and say to myself, I don't know what I don't know.
I don't know.
I
what
don't know. And with a sense of like curious, can we say it together here in the room also? I don't know what I don't know.
I don't know what I don't know.
Amazing. So this is the first takeaway of the pie of knowledge, is our attitude towards learning. And the second takeaway of the pie of knowledge is our attitude towards people. So Christina mentioned, and also Hira, you know, like it's our relationships, how do we deal with others, etc. So instead of judging others and putting assumptions on people, yeah, you know, and putting our experiences like, okay, I'm a lawyer, I'm a healer, I'm a whatever we do in life, I have this expertise. If someone is acting this way, it means this way. So I am putting all my interpretation on people. So this is a violation to the people around me, to assume that I understand what others are saying, to assume that, you know, I'm an expert in the field and whatever this person is saying, I know it already. So we want to say to ourselves, you know what? I don't know what I don't know about this person. My job is to ask questions. So if I want to be emotionally intelligent with others, I want to ask questions to make sure that whatever the person is communicating to me is exactly what he is communicating. I am exactly understanding what he's saying, rather than putting my interpretation or my assumptions on others. And when I do that, Gregory, I am actually being emotionally intelligent, meaning I am wanting to understand others, having compassion, and making sure that I am not violating people around. So can we all say together, I don't know what I don't know.
I don't know what I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what I don't know in learning, and I don't know what I don't know towards people. Okay? So from here, we were also having a discussion with some of you that joined earlier, the difference between emotional intelligence as a body of knowledge and psychotherapy. Most of us have studied psychology or psychotherapy or perhaps haven't, but the idea in emotional intelligence is to say to ourselves, if we look at people as having problems, we are losing our eyes off the goal. People don't have problems, and people don't need fixing. People just need to learn how to reorganize their patterns of thinking. And this is what we do in studying emotional intelligence and in studying neurolinguistic programming, NLP, which we both offer here at the center, and together with Conscious Solutions. We want to look at people as not having problems. Again, I don't know what I don't know about people. The moment you say to yourself, this person has a problem, or oh, I have a problem, what's happening is that you are losing your eye off the goal, meaning you are not having your mind and your emotions head towards a target. Because where attention goes, energy flows. If I focus my attention on problems, I will attract problems. So I don't want to, and I want you here tonight to simply say to yourselves, people, can we say together, people don't have problems, and people don't need fixing.
Do not have problems.
And
People don't have problems.
Don't
People
need fixing.
don't need fixing.
We just need to, together we will learn tonight, to basically become intelligent with our emotions and to basically reprogram our way of thinking. Okay? Which then takes me to what is emotional intelligence? In brief, emotional intelligence, okay, is, to be honest with you, a different way of being smart. It's a different way of being smart, in simple words. So we have all known about IQ We all know what's IQ, our intellectual capability. You know, it's basically how clever I was, how many degrees did I have or do I have. But we have come to understand for the past several years that it goes without saying now that everybody has great IQ. We can't get into positions at work or wherever we are, whatever is our position or title. I mean, it goes without saying that as a leader, I have IQ, otherwise I wouldn't have been hired. Now, what's the difference between me and this person, for example? Why am I, for example, back in the days in my career as a lawyer, I had great IQ, I think. I mean, yeah. But why did I not get promoted? For several years, I had all the know-how, all the amazing degrees. Bravo. I didn't get promoted. It took me a lot of time for me to get promoted because I was not having an emotional quotient. I wasn't intelligent with my emotions. I wasn't the best leader ever. Why? Because I couldn't handle stress. My anger was basically all over the place. I had compassion. I understood the pain of, let's say, the team or etc. But as a leader, if I wasn't feeling well, if I was feeling angry, or if somebody tells me something, I would burst. So nobody wanted to be exposed to my anger or to my, you know, outbursts. And I was told, you know what? We can't promote you because being a leader is not only having high IQ. Is you being able to identify your emotions, to manage them, and to identify and to be able to manage your relationships with your colleagues, with your upper management, with your with the people, with your team, which takes me to basically explaining to you the 4 pillars of emotional intelligence. How and what does emotional intelligence mean? I want you to, I will say those 4 pillars to you and we will repeat them. So it's all about, number 1, identifying your emotions. So it's self-awareness. If you look at the screen, the green bubble here, it's self-awareness, becoming aware of what I'm feeling. Okay, being able to identify my emotions. And we will, after a while, provide you, Gregory and I, with a practical, basically, tool which will help you become aware of your emotions. So, number 1, I need to know, am I angry? Am I frustrated? Am I sad? Am I disappointed? What am I exactly? Because all emotions are enmeshed. So underneath my anger was a disappointment that I was not being told thank you by my management. So the anger, under the anger was a disappointment. And under the disappointment was a lack of appreciation. So all those emotions, I was feeling them at the same time. So I was a bit lost. I was not aware exactly what I was feeling. So the first let's say the first thing that we should be doing to become emotionally intelligent is to become aware of what exactly are we feeling, to identify, okay, I'm feeling angry, this is my anger, this is my disappointment, this is my sadness, this is my frustration, so that I can move to the next bubble, which is self-management. How can I, now that I know what I'm feeling, how can I manage my emotions? So self-awareness, once I'm aware and I identify my emotions, okay, I'm feeling angry, I'm feeling frustrated, I'm feeling disappointed. So there are 3 separate emotions that I need to learn how to manage. So once I am aware of each of my emotions, then to become emotionally intelligent, I will learn and we will teach you a tool of managing those emotions. Self-management is the second pillar of emotional intelligence. And once I am able to identify my emotions, and then to be able to manage my emotions, then the third bubble will be social awareness. I will be able to become aware of what others are feeling. Social awareness meaning to become aware of the people around me. Whether I'm a leader at work, whether I am a coach, whether I'm a healer, whether I am a businessman or a businesswoman, whatever I am, for me to become a better leader in my personal life and in my professional life, I will then be able to, once I identify my emotions, once I manage my emotions, I will be able to understand how others are feeling in my team. So my team and the people I report to, I will understand how to manage their own emotions. And when I am able to identify my emotions, manage my emotions, and identify and manage the emotions of others, I go to the fourth pillar, relationship management. I am able to manage my relationship with myself and my relationship with others. Make sense? Can I see hands? So can we all repeat together the 4 pillars of emotional intelligence? Self-awareness,
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 self-management,
social awareness,
social awareness,
social awareness,
and
and
relationship management.
management.
and relationship management.
Exactly, very good. So now, if emotional intelligence means for me to be able to identify my emotions, manage my emotions, what are emotions? What are emotions?
Emotions are actions that are triggered by our belief systems.
Actions that are triggered by our belief system.
If there's something we believe in, then we have a
Okay.
thought about it. That thought takes us to an emotion, whether it's happy or not happy. And based on that, it makes us, prompt us to act.
Okay, very good, Christina. Whom else? Zhao, I see you thinking, looking upwards, having pictures, seeing things. You're smiling now, yes?
Yeah, because it's I think it's simpler than that. Emotions are the basics of our beings. It's 7 or 8, I don't remember how many, 6 or 7 emotions that every human being have that basically rules everything in us. Either it's happy or happiness or sadness or angry. So those are the feelings that that from which we are managed, and we react to everything in that sense. I don't know if I was clear in the explanation.
Feeling, yeah. So in your opinion, they boil down to 6, 7 type of feelings that every person has, and then it triggers basically a reaction.
Yes.
Okay. Also, so Christina is saying it's an action, it's a thought first that then takes us to have an action. So it's thoughts. Zhao is saying it's feelings. Here in the room, what are emotions? Yeah. A trigger.
Yeah. So whatever we're in an environment and it triggers us to feel what we're supposed to feel because of what our environment is showing to us.
So it's an external event that is happening that is triggering
Your emotional.
Okay, your emotional state. Again.
That's the first time I heard somebody say state. Great. Kudos to that person. That's the first time I heard someone actually
What's your
say
name here in the room?
Bea.
Bea. So Bea is here saying that it's an external situation that is basically having us have whatever types of emotions. Okay, very good. So now we have gathered a few ideas about how you guys think, what you guys think emotions are. Yes, please.
So, what is an emotion? Emotion is the way the body and mind reacts to the situation or a memory or a person, like the other person said, it's a trigger, you know, it could be, it's triggered by many things, but it's our bodies and minds respond to whatever is happening in front of us. I think that's a better way of what is an emotion. And sometimes it's controlled, sometimes it cannot be controlled.
Okay, so now if I ask you all to look at the screen, some emotions we experience as limiting. Okay, so if who would like to, for example, read few of those emotions that are listed here?
Regret, frustration, hopelessness, fear, anger, guilt, shame, embarrassment, humiliation, disappointment, loneliness, upset, jealousy, sadness.
Okay,
grief,
I will
loss.
stop you here. Thank you so much. I'll stop you here, and I will have you. I will have you all look at one another's faces on the screen as you were reading. Regret, frustration, hopelessness, fear, anger. What were we doing? Can I see hands? Can someone answer? As she was reading those emotions, suddenly
We'll
you see
react.
our faces are like this. Helplessness, and some of us started thinking, regret, frustration, having pictures, images, regret, frustration, hope. So then we had a reaction on the face, which is, you know, if we look at, for example, this list.
Okay, I can read it.
I'd like to read this one. I can see Anushka already, and Christina and Cha already smiling, like, peace, laughter, humor, love, enthusiasm, joy, even the sound of my voice when I say those emotions, passion, pride, peace, fun. We have a smiley face, most of us now tonight, as we go through this list. So why am I actually pointing out this to you guys? Because the idea is that you will feel bad or good just by reading a word. Just by us reading now on the screen this word, we felt either good or bad, depending on what word we were reading. Regret, frustration. So the power of us reading a word, you feel bad or good just by reading a word. What does it mean? You feel bad or good just by reading a word?
You feel the energy.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mariam. You feel the energy. And apart from the energy,
you relate
changing.
Yeah, I think we relate to something, a situation or memories that we have gone through. Or
thank you. Yes, exactly. So by reading a word, some of us basically have a memory of, like, you literally go back to when you were sad. You have a memory of you being sad, and then ipso facto on your face you have that sad look. Mariam is saying it's the energy. So you're focusing, as I said, attention goes where you know, like attention goes energy, where your attention goes, energy flows. So if your attention is going on sad, frustrated, then your energy is not flowing. So what does all this mean? If we don't read a word, simply by reading a word, we have had this emotion. In other words, what are emotions? Emotions are our inner movies and inner stories. What we are saying to ourselves. We have read this word, sad. So we started saying to ourselves, okay, I remember the sad story. I remember so we start, as some of you have said, having movies in our head playing, inner movies, inner stories, inner pictures. What we see in our head, what we are saying to ourselves. That then, as I read now, stress, frustration, fear, my brain starts seeing pictures, movies, stories of when I was afraid, when I had the frustration, when I was feeling whatever. And then what happens? You have, as we say, we call it a physical or a physiological response in the body. We experienced it together. As we were reading the list of sad emotions, limiting, we call them emotions, because we don't want to say bad or good. Limiting, meaning not resourceful, not helpful. Those emotions are not helpful. So as we were reading the non-helpful emotions, we had this physiological response, meaning my body posture was like this. My voice was low. I wasn't smiling. If you read fear, you know, like when someone has fear, the idea is that you start having the heart palpitations. So emotions are basically mistakes that are triggered by our brain. We are the ones who are telling ourselves those movies, those stories. And I will give you an example. I have, for example, what is so-called phobia from dogs. The dog is in front of me. He's on a leash. And I feel the fear. Oh my God, he's going to... So this emotion of fear, how is it created? Yes, but in this particular situation, the dog is here now. I don't have past experiences. The dog is here in front of me. So I started saying to myself, oh, telling myself a story and seeing pictures. Oh my God, the dog is going to attack me. He is going to come and bite me. He's going to eat me. So all those inner pictures I am doing. The dog is not going to attack me. The dog is on a leash with his owner. But I had that emotion of fear that I triggered because I started saying to myself, okay, this dog is coming. I started playing a movie. He's coming, he's going to attack me, he's going to bite me. And the moment I started playing this movie and seeing those pictures, I had heart palpitation, goosebumps, and I ran away. So I had this physiological response of the emotion of fear that made me run away. You got me?
Yes.
Very good. So now what we want to do together tonight to provide you with practical tools. So now that we know what is emotional intelligence, basically it's the idea of being intelligent with your emotions, meaning being able to identify your emotions, to manage your emotions, to identify the emotions of others, social awareness, and then relationship management to be able to manage your own emotions and the emotions of the people around you. Correct? Can we say them one more time? Self-awareness.
Self-awareness.
Self-management.
Management.
Social management.
Social management.
And relationship management.
Relationship management.
Amazing. And before we step into the practical tools, prepare yourselves. Make sure you are in a room where you can jump around, you can have space for us to jump together around a bit. Emotional intelligence is being able to, you know, be smart with our emotions and identify, manage our emotions and the emotions of others and create a better relationship with ourselves and others. What are emotions? Our inner thoughts, inner pictures, inner movies that then trigger a physiological response that is the emotion. That's why we all heard the cliche, change your thoughts, change your life. We all hear that, change your thoughts, change your life. Have we ever understood what it really means? Change your thoughts. Because simply, we have experienced this together. The moment you change your inner pictures and your inner movies, you tell yourself basically a nicer story. You will access a nice emotion. Even if you don't believe the story, your brain doesn't understand the difference between being happy or being sad. Because on a brain biological level, if you go do an MRI to your brain, when you're very, very happy, okay, you will see, and when you're very sad, you will also see. So on the brain level, the brain doesn't understand the difference. So it's our responsibility, basically, to tell ourselves a nice story and a nice movie. And the more you say it, and the more you focus your attention on those nice stories, the more you attract them. and the more you are able to access those happy emotions. And we are going to do a practical, nice thing tonight. But before that, I want to say, so if I'm emotionally intelligent, I am able to do all those things. Now, what is being emotionally unintelligent? To respond to some of you who have said it's an external threat.
Unable to cope, the skills, when you're unable to cope with the problems, maybe.
Yes, again, we don't want to say problems tonight, correct? So we just want to say
Yeah,
challenges,
yes,
concerns, etc. Yes,
Yeah.
so at least let us.
Okay.
So yes, somehow. Now, what I wanted to show you is this picture of the brain before we step into two practical tools. So this is a picture of our brain. It's a simplistic picture, definitely. We all studied biology. Our brain doesn't look that, it's definitely more detailed. But for the sake of explaining, to you guys a bit how the brain functions. So our brain, okay, is divided into mainly two important parts. Our limbic brain. Can we say it together? It's this is the limbic brain. The limbic brain is situated behind your the back of the head, below, like a bit above your neck. And basically, this is where most of our emotions are stored or triggered. This is our animal brain, our reactive brain.
Mine is off the hook.
All of us, look, again, being emotionally intelligent needs a lot of practice, and I will provide you with tools where you could practice to enhance it. But again, we are basically here having all those emotions because we are, acting like reacting. We also have heard flight, fight, and freeze.
And fawn.
So we are like, animals. Okay, so we human beings are also like animals. So what does an animal do basically when there's an external threat, to respond to Bea and to some of you? The animal would either attack or run away.
Yeah.
Exactly, Maria. Or run away or freeze. When you put the torch of your car, for example, you might freeze. So those are three responses that each one of us might have. For me, for example, if I have an external threat, I will attack. Others will basically freeze, decide, to hold back and not to express what they feel. But let me avoid a problem. Shut up, and that's it. Even though the person would be boiling inside, but they decide for whatever reason that, it's better to say nothing, to hold back, and that's it. Others,
but isn't that giving in then, the fawn, number 4?
Isn't what?
There's a fourth one to what Nada was describing. It calls the fawn. F-A-W, giving in to what you're describing. Exactly what you're saying. Avoid the conflict.
Exactly, but it boils down to holding back, basically. So not expressing. Okay, so either you attack or you hold back. You don't express what you feel, or on the contrary, you just run away. I know people who say, you know what, I will just run away from the situation. So they would leave the room, for example. If there is a conflict, either people like me would attack, others will shut up but stay in the room, others will run away. Okay, it's okay, and they will just run away. So in all those three attitudes basically are attitudes that are not differentiating us from animals. This is our survival mode. This is how we survive. And this is all in our limbic brain, our animal reptilian brain. And when so all our emotions like stress, fear, anxiety, okay, are basically responses from the limbic brain. All types of emotions, basically, if you think about them, as we explained, that when we see an external threat, we start having inner movies, inner pictures, etc. And we then go into that emotional state. Either we decide to attack or to freeze or to run away. So our job is to practice being intelligent with those emotions, meaning to be able to move from the limbic brain to what we call the neocortex brain, which is this part of, could we all put our hands together? We basically show you things so that you remember when you leave this workshop in the future, you remember me or Gregory saying, you know, like, oh, okay, she was putting, this is my neocortex brain. And as you repeat, people learn by repetition. Our brain learns by repetition. This is my limbic, my neocortex, we call it brain. This is my, can we say it together? This is my neocortex brain.
This is my neocortex brain.
Yes.
So what does this neocortex brain do? This is what differentiates us from animals. If I ask you what do we have that animals don't have?
Reason.
Emotion, reason. Emotions, animals might have emotions. Reason, yes. Christina.
The detail for, and also the details. So we make any reaction from anybody and we put it as they said. Why the people, they act like that. How can I say it? I don't know.
Is the think and emotion? Yes, we can think. Tough, no?
You can think, yes. So you have a reason. You can think. Very good. Very good.
And intellectualize.
Expressions.
Yes.
Analyze.
Expressions of emotions.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So you can think, you can realize, you have a conscious mind, you have a reason. Very good. So all this goes
we
down.
have expressions also. We
Sorry?
can express. We have expressions also. We can express.
We can express. An animal also can express. If he's feeling attacked, the animal will basically express himself. So what I would like to say is basically all those thoughts that you have shared with us, okay, go down under what we say, language.
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 Yeah, the language.
We have the ability to speak, okay, we speak, we have language. We have a reason to be able to speak. Animals don't have language. They have definitely their own language, whatever they do. But the idea is that we have reasoning, meaning we have language. We have the possibility to talk to ourselves, to create inner pictures and inner movies, to empower ourselves. Animals don't have this ability. Exactly, to articulate your thoughts. So the point is, when we are under an emotional state of threat, an external threat, we have, okay, a limbic response. So our blood biologically is stuck in the limbic brain. So for us to be emotionally intelligent, we need to be able to speak to ourselves using the neocortex. Meaning remembering that we have a choice to remain stuck in that emotional state or to step out of it. And who will be able to help us do this? Our neocortex.
Neocortex.
Okay. So we want to say to ourselves that we are supposed to use our neocortex. Can we say it? I am supposed to use my neocortex. Exactly. I am supposed to use my neocortex, and I am committed to use my neocortex, and I am able to use it. I am simply able to use my neocortex. Because if I use my neocortex, I empower myself. Okay? And I am increasing my leadership over myself and others. Because I am basically able to, you know, have the blood flow from my limbic brain, my animal brain, into my neocortex. Because I have the choice. So moving from here, so that we all move around, the idea is for us to become, as I said, emotionally aware, so to develop self-awareness. So self-awareness comes to be able to identify our emotions. We have several techniques. One of them, I think, Gregory, tonight is for us to what we call emotion yoga. And another technique is the I notice technique. Okay? So what does that mean? It's very simple. The idea is for us to, each time we feel, I'm gonna stand here for you guys to see me and then turn here for you to see me. You could sit here so we could all do it together. So everybody can see me, yeah?
Yes.
So the idea is for us to, we are human beings. We're gonna have emotion because we are basically, no matter what, being triggered by an external threat. So the idea is not for us to say, I don't want to be angry, I don't want to cry, I don't want to be sad, I don't want to be frustrated, I don't want to be disappointed. We are going to feel sad, we are going to feel angry, we are going to cry, we are going to have all types of limiting and unresourceful emotion. It's normal. Because we don't want to say to our, we don't want to fight the emotion and say, I don't want to be angry, I don't want to be sad. I'm going to be sad and I'm going to be angry and I'm going to be pissed and I'm going to be happy and I'm going to be excited and I'm going to be sad. So what I'm going to do is the moment I feel this, whatever emotion, which is basically, like, let's give the emotion of anger. I love this emotion because this is something I can connect with, for example. Is that when I'm angry, because for example, we are basically, as we said, creating the anger from any emotion from our inner thoughts and inner movies and that we are forming that are coming from an external threat, definitely. So for example, my boss told me something. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill this guy, you know, like he triggered my limbic brain. Okay, I got triggered.
Yeah,
Now this moment, so either we went, what do we say? Either we're going to attack, or we're going to other, like my colleague at work. I remember she used to hold back. Oh my, it's okay. He said this. It's fine. Why are you so pissed about it? You know, why do you need to attack him? So she was holding back. I was attacking. Both are not intelligent emotionally as reactions. Okay. And another colleague, you know, he used to run away. Okay, bye-bye. He used to leave literally the meeting room. So each one of us had a different limbic response. So our job now is to detect, okay, the emotion. To detect, okay, I'm feeling now angry. So I am in my limbic brain, wanting to either attack or hold back or run away. So the idea is that the moment, and we're going to practice it through the other technique of emotion yoga. The moment you feel that you are, you know, this emotion is inside of you and you feel like you either want to attack or you want to hold back or you want to basically run away. You want to be able to stop this limbic response simply by taking your right hand. Can we all take our right hand and tap our left shoulder? Take a deep breath and say, you know what, Nada? I noticed.
I noticed.
I noticed. With a sense of validation. I noticed, you know, I started noticing. How did I notice? Because you will learn now in the other technique that we will do slightly tonight, but definitely you will get to know all the details about it when you join, hopefully, our course on the 18th of February. The idea is to basically say, I noticed, Naka, I noticed that, you know, I started to feel angry. You know, for me, the anger is located, say, in the fingers. You will learn how to locate those emotions. So say, okay, I noticed that I'm feeling angry. Just that, because nobody will tell you, will look at me and think I'm stupid or whatever. Nobody will notice if you're doing this. So you just, this I notice technique helps you become aware. Okay, I'm becoming aware now that I might attack. So it interrupts the limbic brain. I notice, because you're taking a deep breath in, tapping your shoulder and saying with a you know, like a curious, like I noticed. Can we say it together with that sound? Not I noticed. I noticed.
I
noticed. But I'm stopping in this room and saying, you know what? I have the choice to let the blood flow from my big brain all the way to my neocortex. I'm not an animal. I have a choice either to attack him and regret it definitely afterwards, or to simply say, I noticed that I'm feeling angry and I'm going to attack. I noticed it, and I choose to step out of it. So I'm not basically denying my anger. I noticed it, I accept it. Now there are other techniques that we will learn, hopefully together in the course, that every emotion, no matter what it is, resourceful or not, has a positive message for us. Okay, but that comes later. So instead of saying, I don't want to be angry and fight it because then I will be more angry, when you tell a child, don't do this, he will run and do it. You know, so the more you say, don't do it to yourself, don't feel angry, you will feel that you're feeling more angry, because the more you fight, the more the anger or whatever emotion increases. So what we need to do is, the moment we feel the emotion, to remember to take the right hand and tap our left shoulder and say, I notice. I noticed that I am going to, you know, have one limbic response of attacking, freezing, or holding back. But I have the choice to use my neocortex and to step out of, you know, limbic response. Yeah, can we say it together? I noticed. Yes, go ahead.
I notice.
I know.
I notice.
I
notice.
I noticed, meaning I became aware, because you know what does our limbic brain say? Sometimes when let's say in anger, I'm talking about myself, how I used to be. Like I would not even remember what I did. I don't remember because I'm run by this emotion. I'm run by my anger, rather than me being emotionally intelligent with me, which means I am running my emotions. I'm not allowing my emotions to run me, to take the best out of me. So I remember I used to be angry, and then regret it definitely. And then they tell me, you told me this and you did this. I don't remember because I'm not focused. I'm taken by this emotion that I completely forgot, you know, what I'm doing, and definitely regretting it later on. So as you just say to yourself, I noticed that I'm going to do that, and I have the choice to step out of it and to step into another emotion that I would like to feel instead. And this is what we will, I think, Gregory, we have few minutes to do that. We have few minutes to walk you into another technique. So the idea is, for example, in a meeting with my boss, where he tells me, you have done this and you didn't do that. And, you know, like he triggered me. So I got angry. But do I want to really get angry in a promotion meeting? Definitely not. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose it. So the idea is basically for me to, okay, I got angry. I cannot stop myself from being angry. So the moment I felt like I'm going to tell him, it's unfair what you say. So I will simply say, I noticed, Nadav, that I am angry in an anger mode. Now I have a choice to burst out at my manager and tell him, it's not fair, and then to ruin the whole promotion or the whole situation, or to say, okay, I noticed, and to choose to step out of it. We will do it now together, and to step into an emotion that helps me at this point in time. So during this promotion meeting, the emotion that I would want to be in is to feel, for example, calm, composed, balanced, so that I can achieve a result of proper communication with my manager, to explain to him without any emotions involved, you know, what I want to tell him. So if I come out of my anger, I won't achieve anything, but regret that I lost it later. Okay, so all together once more, taking my right hand, tapping my left shoulder and saying, I noticed.
I noticed.
I noticed I'm in a limbic state, and I would like to step out of it using my neocortex. So we are committed tonight, and as we leave this webinar and at any point in time, to remember that the more we are stuck in our limbic brain, the blood is not flowing. We don't feel well. So our job is, because we are human beings that have language and we have a choice that others don't, to step out of it and to say, first, you notice it. What does it do to the brain? Basically, as you tap, you take that moment of silence and of pause, it calms down the brain.
Yeah.
That frequency, that few, you know, those few seconds, it only takes few seconds to cause damage, you know? So this few seconds where I tap and I say, I notice, I take a deep breath with a sense of validation. Okay, I have a choice. I want to run my emotion rather than have it run me. So I have a choice, you know, to step out of it and to step into an emotion that works. The list, this lovely list that we shared, I shared with you tonight. So now this moves us to, we will do it very quickly for the sake of time, but definitely you will have more, how do we say, more practical tools as we hopefully have you join our emotional course that is happening. Gregory will walk us through the details. It's a one-day course, and as Christina was saying, I personally also wish I learned, you know, how to be running my emotions rather than having them run me. Definitely, we would have been way more successful, even with our kids. For those of you who are married, to be able to look like, how many times do we say to our kids, don't cry, don't cry, don't be angry, don't do this, don't do that, and then we see them doing it more and more and more. And like my nanny tells my daughter, don't cry, don't cry, don't, and she runs home, you know, like don't be, and she shows her the angry face. I have a lovely video about her anger. I explained to her because she's not aware. She didn't study emotional intelligence. She doesn't know. But like the idea is to validate the emotion. I noticed, okay, it's there for me. It has a positive message. This is another chapter that we will learn together when we, hopefully when you guys join us. So it has a positive message for me. I identify this positive message. But for now, I need to, what we are learning here tonight is to become aware of it. So the moment I am aware, how am I aware? Strong heartbeat, my face changes. So I am in that state, you know, so I notice that I am getting angry, frustrated, sad, whatever emotion it is. I have a choice, I step out of it. The I notice technique for identifying and being aware, at least stopping that limbic response, okay?
Nanda, I have a question.
Yes, Christina.
Are you using it now? Has it worked? You know, like there's techniques, do this, do that. Has it been proven?
You know what? Do you know what? That again, being emotionally intelligent, I'm looking at the screen to be able to see you, but you could see me. Being emotionally intelligent basically needs practice, Christina. And I won't lie to you that I am now not at all angry and not getting angry. That's not the point. The point is you will always feel, you know, like there is this concept of duality. Yeah, that is like after the rain, the good weather, you know, like après le beau temps, we say in French. There is night and there is morning, there is the sun and there's the moon. So there's always black and white. So the concept of duality, we cannot always be happy. It doesn't exist. We cannot always be sad. So we will be sad, we will be happy, we will be, it will be night, it will rain, it will be sunny. The point is when we are in whatever state of emotional state or mental state is to basically accept that state, notice it, notice we are like give it some credit, notice it, accept it, and then step out of it. Luckily. Because we have a choice. And yes, I use it with my clients and with myself. I constantly use it because I use it. I'm not saying even now, this again, I don't know what I don't know. Yes, I am an expert in the field, but how expert am I? I'm a human being, but my job, and we are all committed, can I see hands? We are all committed, can I see your hands, to say, I am going to use more and more. Yes, thank you, Joe. Thank you, Christina. Yes,
one of the biggest takeaways that we will offer that NADA offers in the Emotional Intelligence 101 course, one of the biggest takeaways that I personally use every day, and that is the ability for some of us, it's called emotional boundaries.
Mhm.
And I did not know that concept. It was a foreign concept to me. And that emotional boundaries has led me to not say or communicate at times when I notice. First is the emotional boundary, but it's the I notice for me. And that was a total foreign concept of emotional boundaries with family, with friends, and in business. And that is one of the great takeaways that Nada and Dr. Doris will be teaching in the Emotional Intelligence 101, the emotional boundaries.
Yes, Gregory, thank you so much. Exactly. So we will tell you, we will walk you definitely through what we will, the course will be covering. Definitely creating emotional boundaries. Okay, so for example, instead of bursting out my anger on my manager or etc. So I would want to, because why would I be angry? Because he's giving me tasks that I can't take, for example. He's overloading me with tasks. Okay, and I don't know how to say no. Okay, I will do it. Yes, okay, I will do it. Then you burst. You're like, so what's the positive message of the anger? To basically learn how to say no to my manager. So to create, as Gregory is saying, this emotional boundary that we teach and that we will teach you, okay, where you are more than happy to say no. And the person to whom you're saying no is also happy. That's the point. Like, he's happy, I'm happy. Because there's a way of, that we will teach, of communicating, okay, basically. We will teach definitely the pillar of emotional intelligence, which is social awareness and relationship management. For tonight, for the sake of tonight, is I am walking you through the first pillar, which is
a little bit tonight. Just a little bit. You gotta come to the course.
You gotta come. I cover self-awareness, the first part, which of course, if we're not aware, we cannot achieve the rest. So the first is the first pillar that we covered somehow. Definitely, it's just bits and pieces for you to kind of go out from here with something. So it's the I notice technique to stop this limbic brain. Okay. The second practical tool of being aware and identifying your emotions is something, Gregory, we will do that and basically for a few minutes before we walk you through the end of the course. So the other part is the other technique that I am willing to share a few tips about is called what Dr. Doris called emotion yoga. What does it mean? Doing yoga, you know, like all of us like go to the gym to gain weight or to lose weight. We exercise. You know, our topic today is how can emotional intelligence help us in our overall well-being? Some of us are aware, okay, I need to lose weight, I need to gain weight. So we all go to the gym. Some of us don't want to go, whatever, but like at least we have an awareness about our physical well-being. Some of us are aware about the mental well-being. Yeah, I go see a psychologist, I go do hypnotherapy, but overall, our emotional well-being is as important. So we need to train those emotions. We need to do a yoga for those emotions. What does it mean? So what is emotion yoga? It's simply practicing as we go to the gym to build muscles. Emotion yoga is to practice our emotions, to be strong in all emotions, consciously. As I told you, we want to, when we are in an emotion of anger, let's say, we want to basically learn how to step out of it. And but with emotion yoga, what you do is every morning or whenever you want during the day, you decide to go into all emotions consciously so that you build, you know, some muscles, some emotional muscles. Meaning, I decide, and we will do it all together, to step into anger every morning because, for example, it's an emotion that that challenges me. So I would like to step into anger. Okay, so that I know where it is located in my body. so that I can identify at any point in time, I am now in an anger state, because I practiced stepping every morning into anger, knowing how it triggers me, what I feel, how I feel, and let's do it together. So would you all stand up?
Oh, I love this one. Okay, I gotta do this one. All right.
Can I invite everybody, please? Stand up.
Videos on, people. We gotta get the videos on. Let's do this.
Stand up, allow some space behind you, okay? Because emotions are also energy, like Marianne said, energy in motion. So the more we move our body, and this is the advantage in the course that Dr. Garth and I will be giving, is that we work with the body. It's not a theoretical course that you can take on Udemy or on online or whatever. It's us basically moving around, because as you move around, your thoughts move around, your emotions move, everything moves. Are we ready? The first thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna step into anger. Okay? So emotion yoga is to step consciously. So I am deciding, I have the choice to step into anger and to step out of it. Why? Because I will train myself to be into this emotion, so that at any point in time when I am in an anger state, I will be able to identify it. We'll do it together. So now we are in the pillar of self-awareness, self-identification, a practical technique, emotion yoga. Let us raise our right leg or left leg, whatever, okay, and step anywhere in the room, okay, where you are, into anger. What does it mean? To just, as we said, emotions are inner pictures, inner movies. Say to ourselves. So let's say to ourselves, I'm so angry.
Damn it, I don't believe you did that. Oh, dude.
What do you do? I need to do this. He just doesn't seem to understand. He just doesn't seem to understand. I'm so angry about it, you know, just
why?
Yes, Christina, Anushka, everybody just step into anger and say, I am feeling so angry. I'm feeling so
not again.
I'm feeling so angry. Go ahead, Bea.
Oh, not again. Yeah. Oh, damn it.
Gregory, you're the best.
Oh, damn. Again.
Some people here are saying that if I'm angry, I shut up. Okay, but what do Why Diana? Again? Okay, so now I would want you to close your eyes for a moment and to try to locate where is this anger in the body? What part of the body do you feel this anger in? And also, who would like to say also, how is the heartbeat, the facial expression? I will give you an example. For me, anger, for example, is in my fingers. You know, so I have the location of this emotion in the fingers. And I hear myself saying, so I hear this voice. Okay, and I see like red, and I start having like very strong heartbeat. So this is how I identify that I'm in an anger mode. Anyone would like to share?
Yeah, I can.
Yes, yes.
It feels as if my heart drops into my gut.
Okay, so you have. So can you show us? So it's in the heart. So you can look at the heart.
So what?
Yes.
From here, it drops.
Okay.
So it's like me down. At the same time, my heart is elevating. It's
okay.
I get shortness of breath. Like I get short of breath.
Thank you.
Yes.
So see, and any thoughts that come through your brain, what do you say to yourself? For example,
my jaw is tight.
I right now, I'm like at the same time, I'm like I'm looking for solutions right away. Like this, my life depends on it.
Yeah.
So every time I get free, I right away go into an analytical, like, where's the solution? I don't know.
Where's
It's
the
crazy.
solution? Where is the solution? Where is the solution? For example, for what's her name, Diana. So she is in a holding state when she's angry. Okay, and she would say, "Why Diana? Why Diana?" Okay, so basically, the emotion is your inner thoughts, inner picture. For some of us, we see pictures. For me, I see fire and I see red. Others tell themselves a story, like Diana, for example. Why are you? Why Diana? Why Diana? So there's an internal dialogue, and then it creates this emotion. And it's for who would like to share a location? Where is it located in the body?
The hands.
The hands, Mariam. Thank you.
Yeah.
Christina, for you, where is it? Anushka, Jao, Mira.
Where is what? Where is what?
Where is the emotion located? For you, you said it's in the heart. You feel it in the heart.
My hands get cold and numb at the same time. So get angry a lot, I guess.
Okay. It doesn't need to be one location. It can be several ones. But which one is triggered first? It's the heart.
In my neck, I feel it.
Yes. Yes, Mira. Shoulders for Nora.
My emotions are in my head, somewhere here.
On the head.
Yes.
See, so each person is located in a different way. Okay, so now, so for you, it's in the head. For Nora, it's in the shoulders. For Diana, where is it, Diana? And the shoulders. For Mariam, and me, it's the fingers. For Christina, it's in the hands and in the heart. The idea is to be able to locate it somewhere. I will explain why. And now what we need to do is all together. So now we shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it up.
Shake it out, 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 shake it out.
The heart, you just remove it from the heart. So from wherever it's located for the shoulder, whenever you just shake it up, and you take your right leg and you step out of it.
Step out of the emotion.
And since you threw it out, and since you threw it out of you, I would want you to say with a sense of validation, this is Nada, this is Christina, this is Bea, this is Nora,
this is Greg, anger's over there. This is Greg, anger's over there.
This is me here, and this is
me here.
But anger's over there.
Yes, the emotion. So I am disassociating myself from this emotion. Okay, so I have noticed it now. So now the idea is you now know with this simple example, okay, that for some of you, where is this anger located? So now you are aware, you can identify that anger is, for example, in my hands and my shoulders. I hear myself saying, why Diana? Why not? Okay, whatever internal a dialogue or movie or story that you have and the location. And some of us might see colors. For me, I see red. I hear. So now I can identify, okay, anger for me is in the hands. I can hear myself say, I see red. And I say, why? So now, any point in time where I start seeing myself saying, why? And having it in my fingers, I am in an anger mode. That's the point. By doing emotion yoga, you decide to step in like we did and out of the emotion so that you are able to identify where it is in the body, what color, what do you say, so that you step out of it, so that you early detect it at any point in time where you are in that emotional state. Now, we are going to step into laughter and end with this. How many times do we laugh?
I laugh a lot.
90 seconds. Our time.
Me also, I laugh a lot all the day.
Laugh a lot. I'm angry a lot. I have a question, Ada. I have a question. What you just showed, it's a very physical display of controlling your anger. What if you're in a court, you're in a business setting? How do you do your yoga? I mean, you're gonna make a spectacle. How do you calm?
No, I understand what you mean. This emotion yoga, you're not going to step in and out in a meeting, okay?
No.
The idea is that you need to do, you would be doing it on daily basis wherever you are at what. So the idea is to train as you go to the gym. You're not going to go to the gym while you are at work, correct? So the idea is to basically practice this technique, okay, so that you are aware and are able to identify when you are in a, let's say, corporate world in a meeting, when you started to be angry. First, you know how, because you already know, for example, anger for Christina is in the heart, it drops to the down, then it goes back to the heart, then it is in the hands, my hands become cold. So now you know. So the moment you are in that anger state, you know, Christina, I am angry now. So I noticed I am now angry.
That's the only thing.
Yeah, but now, excuse me, I'm going to go to my car and I'm going to go into my car and I'm going to scream, shout, beat the wheel.
Yes.
I am going to scream, shout. No. And I've done this before and had a bad reaction. I went into a men's bathroom stall. Shut the door, and literally was punching and screaming my heart out. Came out, and unfortunately, a gentleman was there. I said, "It's okay, I'm good. I just needed to get it out of me."
Exactly. And we will learn.
And that's a real life story. I was just, I need, you know, because I was about to burst. So I got up from the dinner table, went to the men's bathroom, and let it go. Came back, took my sip of apple juice, and was good.
Yes, exactly.
The car, the men's bathroom stall. If you're in a business, go to the elevator cave.
Exactly. There's always a way to step out. Now, sometimes, for example, as Christina is mentioning, like, how can you do emotion yoga? The idea is not to do emotion yoga in the meeting itself. The idea of emotion yoga is to practice it, okay, whenever you can, as you go to the gym, to practice it so that you become aware and you identify what emotional state you are in. So that then next step, as Gregory is saying, when you are in that corporate world or a meeting or etc., and you know now, I am Christina going through that anger. I noticed it, and now I'm going to explode. I cannot do but I already detected, thanks to emotion yoga, I now know that I started feeling it in the heart, for some of us in the shoulders, etc. I can see red, I say whatever, why for some of us. So now I am in an anger state. I take my right hand, even if I am in a meeting, I can calm myself and notice it. And if I can't manage to you know, I still feel it, because anger is a fire emotion and it needs to be released. And we teach in that course on the 18th of February some practical creative ways of releasing the anger. Gregory gave you a nice one, where you would simply, all of us can excuse ourselves to go to the bathroom. Nothing's going to happen. Nobody knows anything. But instead of saying, bah! Okay, so you notice it and you don't ruin the meeting, you step out of the meeting into the bathroom, into the car, into wherever you can step out and release it, whether screaming it out or you know, stamping, imagining that you wanted to tell this manager, for example, whatever you wanted to say verbally in front of the person, and be unresourceful because you are ran by this emotion. You let it out creatively, meaning you step out of the room into the toilet or wherever you can step out into, and release it. And now we will step into another emotion, and you step out of it, you release it, meaning out, and you step also into what we're going to do now, into an emotion that you would have practiced in emotion yoga, because it's a daily practice, into an emotion that you would like to be feeling instead. For example, I would like to laugh instead, you know, like say, just kidding, or to be calm. Or so in emotion yoga, you learn that for me, for example, Naga, calm is is located in the heart. Basically, I need to see blue color, so I empower myself. So I step into calm. I am feeling calm, and I see the blue color. I hear the sounds of the waves, and ipso facto, I am in that state. So I step out of the room, I burst it out, I step into an emotion that I need, thanks to emotion yoga, and I come in that calm state or in that laughter state that I want you all to have a laugh tonight before we end. So, so now that we stepped out of anger, like we would have done, for example, stepping out of whatever situation, my husband, a fight with my kid, whatever, at work, whatever. So instead of bursting at my nanny, like I always almost do, okay, so now what I do, I just I literally leave. I notice that I'm gonna, you know, tell her, how many times I did?" You know, so it doesn't help. So now I notice that I'm getting angry, I'm in an anger state. I leave her and my daughter, I tell her I'll be back. I go to my room, I shout out whatever I need to shout out, and I step into being calm and focused, and I come back to the room. So now let's step into laughter. Even if most of you or some of you laugh a lot, it's always good to laugh more and more because laughter is
90 seconds. I'm setting the timer at 90 seconds, Nada.
Let's go. Are we all committed to laugh? Now the idea is even if we are laughing consciously, that's the point. Because we are taught, like, if somebody falls on the floor, ipso facto, oh my God, you start laughing, you know, it's a reaction. Or for, oh my, like, instead of helping the person, some of us would laugh. Others, for example, laugh if I tell you a joke. So it's an external, basically, situation that makes us laugh. What we want to do is, and what you will learn in this course and in the Masters in Emotional Intelligence, there are some techniques that we teach that basically help you laugh consciously. So like babies, when babies are born, all they do is cry and laugh. And this is like, those are called primary emotions, meaning emotions that are within us that we don't learn how to feel. And they're amazing. And they are such a release. So let us all hold our diaphragm, this part here, to see how tight it is, because we will then touch it later on and see how. So let's put our hands here and touch it. For me, it's a bit loose because I am laughing. I remind myself every morning and before I sleep to laugh. Because you're laughing consciously. You are stepping into laughter. Meaning, emotion yoga is to consciously, meaning to choose to step into any emotion, okay, and to step out. So now, how does it feel, Bea, here in the room, Diana, everyone else? So, okay, no, here like this. It's tight. You said that you laugh often, so that helps. Now see, it will become even softer. So this is the diaphragm. The more we laugh, it will become loose, and the more relaxed we have, like the happy Buddha, you know, he's always happy and laughing and etc. So he has like a very relaxed diaphragm. Okay, are we ready? Gregory, set the timer.
Ready.
Okay, so raise your hand, step into laughter. 1, 2, 3, let's go.
Funny doing it.
I laugh. Show me your faces, Gregory.
Having a blast. It's his birthday.
Christina, come on. A quick tip. As you open your jaw to yawn.
I laugh with, that's when it feels good. Laugh with your belly. Yep.
You guys. Go ahead. Jaw as well. Good. And now I want you to close your eyes.
All right.
Close your eyes now and take a deep breath. And whomever is ready to share what you feel now that you laughed. Diana, you were saying that your jaw kind of felt more relaxed. Or actually, for me, because I laughed a lot, you know, I exercised my jaw. So it feels like, you know, in the jaw. I feel more energized. My diaphragm, wow, kind of extended. Who would like to share?
I feel my jaw has loosened up and I feel relaxed.
Yeah, thank you.
Makes you feel lighter, all of it. Just
Mm.
lighter.
Yeah.
Get the weight. Know that
Like,
all
like a huge weight kind of got out. Yes,
Mhm.
I feel like those bubbles, you know, like you feel more, I feel more energetic, and yes, the tension in the shoulders, kind of like,
Yeah.
Mm.
It does kind of elevate your mood.
it elevates.
Like my emotions are in my head, and my head feels lighter, and it has elevated my mood.
Amazing.
Mhm.
This
So,
emotion.
so amazing. So see, the idea is that you could, whenever you're feeling whatever emotions, you could use emotion yoga, step into laughter, even though now for some of you, you didn't want to laugh, you know, it sounded weird or whatever, you know, because it's triggered consciously. So it might look fake. Fake it until you make it, you know? And when your laughter stops, you just fake it and then you continue laughing. That's the point, because then you start being able to laugh longer periods consciously. You step into laughter because laughter has been proven basically that it raises the happy hormones. As you said, it elevates mood, you feel better, etc. So I encourage each one of us to laugh more and more, even more and more. Are we committed to laughing more and more? More and more. I haven't seen anyone laugh as much. Me or like we're so perhaps serious in this life, you know, walking. I have to do this. Christina is saying, you know, my brain starts searching for a solution. You know, so we are constantly on a kind of like, ooh, you know, we need to find a solution. I need to do this. I have to do this. It should be like this. It shouldn't be like that. So that seriousness, I mean, for some of us, you know, like, because, you know, we're conditioned to be, there's nothing wrong to be serious, but if you introduce this emotion yoga of like having fun more, be serious, but have fun, laugh more, have fun more, have this excitement. Yeah, you know, like step into excitement, you know, like step into those happy emotions, invite. You know, now that you know this technique, and we look forward to teaching you basically how to definitely, this is like a quick kind of how do we say, a quick introduction to this technique. Definitely you will get to learn it more and more, but we're just giving you some juicy tips that you can now at least use until we meet, hopefully, in our emotional intelligence course. For you guys, I will have a seat. So Gregory, to repeat, so what we have done, we have introduced, okay, what is emotional intelligence, the 4 pillars of emotional intelligence, self-awareness, or self-identification of the emotion, when self-management. Can we repeat it together? Self-awareness, self-management, social management, and relationship management. Amazing. Very good. And so it's a different way of being
Relationship management.
and relationship management, exactly. So the more we are smart with our emotions and the more we are practicing those 4 pillars, the better leaders we are of our life, of our personal and professional life. And ipso facto, basically, we raise our emotional quotient. Okay, and we hopefully differentiate ourselves from who we were, let's say, so that we're not here to compare ourselves with others, but the idea is to be even more successful, okay, in our personal and professional lives. And what we covered today also is the first pillar, 2 techniques for the first pillar that we gave you a few tips. Definitely we will go way deeper, but to become aware of your emotions, what was the first tool, the first technique? The I noticed technique.
I noticed.
I noticed, you know, I noticed I'm in my limbic brain. And I saw the hands of everybody tonight saying, you know what, I'm committed to using my neocortex, to moving the blood from my limbic animal brain of survival, which is more than great, but I want to be more successful, more, you know, resourceful. So I am committed to shift the blood all the way to my neocortex.
Yeah.
How do I do that? How do I do that? By practicing more and more and more and more the tools that we learned tonight, the I notice and the emotion yoga. And definitely we will learn together, as Gregory is saying, in our course 101, Emotional Intelligence 101 Foundation course on the 18th of February. We will learn how to identify emotions, how to manage emotions, because we need to manage them. So we notice them, but now how do we manage them? How do we run them? How do we transform our fighting? You will learn basically how to transform your emotions, okay? How to transform resistance. When you say to yourself, I don't want to be angry, how to transform this into assistance. How can I be happy? Like, how can I accept the emotion and shake the hand of the emotion and understand what is the positive message behind the emotion? That's what you will learn. So it's a tool of management. Instead of saying, I am, so we will do amazing exercises where you will understand that the more you fight your emotion, the more you say, I don't want to do it, I don't want to be angry, I don't want to cry, you know, like the more you resist basically the emotion, the less emotionally intelligent you are and the stronger the emotion becomes. So it's not the emotion itself that is bad or good. Anger is not bad or good. It's how we are with the anger. What are we doing with it? Are we holding it back? Are we exploding? What are we doing? So we will learn all those things. Then we will learn basically how to create empathy. So we will learn social awareness, how to identify the emotions of others, how to basically, here also comes, as Gregory was saying, this emotional tool of, technique of learning how to set boundaries, how to basically boundaries to ourselves. So you will learn, and we will learn together how to cultivate more of self-love and self-care, how to come from the heart, how to build more compassion and empathy. And then as you come from the heart, and we will teach you how to do that basically, because as per neuroscience now, the brain is programmed. It's a computer. You program it and you deprogram it and whatever. Sitting in the heart is basically your main brain, coming from the heart. And the more you have this baseline of cultivating and attracting and stepping into emotions that make you feel good, the more you are coming from the heart. So we will study the concept of rainbow of emotion, how to attract and invite happy emotions into your life through the tool of your rainbow of emotions. So how can you basically keep yourself, boosting yourself up and inviting happy emotions into your life? And then you will learn basically, of course, as Gregory was saying, how to create boundaries, how to say no, how to communicate with yourself better. What do you say to yourself? How you empower yourself? And what basically you would want to say instead. So we will teach you, yes, how to communicate with yourself and others.
The language
relationship management.
Empowers, the language
yes.
that empowers, and the
language that disempowers. Yes, and you will also learn basically how to, how can I say, how to set your own boundaries, and how to basically learn how to say no. So communication excellence also will be taught. So basically all the 4 pillars of emotional intelligence with practical tools and techniques that you will definitely step out. As you said, some of you said like, yeah, you know, we're jumping around, etc. Yes, because this is how we learn. It has been proven that the more kinesthetic, meaning the more you use your body, the better you are able to release the emotions out of the body. And you will also learn how to release unwanted emotions like anger, frustration, you know, and how to actually a creative way. We will teach you amazing ways to release emotions out of the body, how to release anger, how to release frustration, sadness out of the body, fire emotions out of the body, and how to basically fill your body and yourself with happy emotions that will empower you to be successful and a better leader of your life, of your personal and professional life. I see you looking like this and like with a smile. So
yes.
So the power of love and the power of the heart, definitely. So the idea is that
Very well done, Nada. Very well done.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to know that you guys
Thoroughly enjoyed. Yes,
thank you so much. And I would leave the floor now to Gregory, since he's the manager of Conscious Solutions, to basically, so we have an upcoming course. He will tell you all about it. So it's happening on the 18th of February.
We are so happy. Why? Because we are doing what we love, and we choose to empower people that say, you know what, I want to learn more. Because this has only been 90 minutes. February the 18th, Dr. Doris and Nada will be live at Illuminations.
Oh, fun.
How fun, yes.
It's going to be rocking. And I'll be online joining you. And we will be doing the Emotional Intelligence 101 course, where you are going to, we're going to laugh, you may possibly cry, but you will guaranteedly walk away more emotionally intelligent practically. Being able to notice situations and then redirect stimulus response and change it with Dr. Doris and Nada's assistance. And if you should choose to learn more, the next day, we're going to get into what we call the Emotional Intelligence Master. And this is when we get into releasing emotional enmeshment. Because some of us have what we call inner core wounds, inner childhood core wounds. And with this releasing emotional enmeshment, which is a very powerful process taught by Dr. Doris and Nada, you're going to, it's a freeing experience where emotions that you may not even unconsciously have been carrying, but not consciously know. You're going to peel back the layers, identify that emotion, and address it in an appropriate way, in a healing way. And for those that want to assist others, not only for yourself, maybe a family member, maybe a client or a coach, this is simply an opportunity that Dr. Doris and Nada offer. Illuminations is offering this course at $899 AED. You can contact Illuminations and let them know that you came to this webinar with Nada and Greg, and they will offer you a discount of $750 AED. But you must mention, hey, I went to the EI webinar with Greg and Nada, and they made me laugh and they made me get angry, and it made me notice when I was doing it. It made me notice, and I haven't noticed in a long time. But I choose to notice more, and I like to take advantage of this. I personally thank you for investing the time, these 90 minutes in yourself, not watching Netflix or the news, but working on yourself. I leave Nada with the final word.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gregory. So once again, for those of you who are interested in joining us on the 18th of February, It's a one-day course on the 18th from 10 in the morning until 6 in the evening, Dubai time. And so India time is basically 11:30 till 7:30. So it's, you will have an international certification, okay, from Conscious Solutions, and recognized also here in Dubai by the KHTA. And because you have joined us, and as a gesture of our commitment to you, we are giving, like, instead of the course being at 850 dirhams, we are giving it for 750. Okay, and it's worth every penny, to be honest. I have done this course 12 years ago here at Illuminations before first, and I never regretted it. And I wish I learned it way before, to be honest. So I would have made way better decisions in my life, in my career, and in my personal life. So then the next day on 19 and 20 is the masters. So for those of you who want to become coaches, or who are coaches at the moment, or who are planning to be coaches, you will learn additional tools and techniques, basically how to discover your inner child wounds. Like all of us have been as children, even though our parents did the best they could, we still carried some wounds from our childhood. So you will learn how to identify those wounds, how to heal from those wounds, and basically how to have a better relationship with yourself. And you will also learn releasing emotional enmeshment, like how to deal with addictions, whether you're addicted to a person or to a substance. Releasing emotional enmeshment is an amazing technique that you will also learn in the masters, which is happening on the 19th and the 20th of February. Definitely Gregory and Illuminations will be sending you also the details for all of you guys who have joined, and we are very happy to basically have you with us. So
thank you very much
for joining.
Thank you so much for joining. May you have an enchanted evening of bliss.
Oh, thank you. Likewise.
See you.
See you.
I will put my basically my number and Gregory's in the chat for those of you who would like to talk to us for more information. So this is my number, 009715050804986.
If you would like information, feel free to WhatsApp. We can WhatsApp you or email you the content and the objectives. We have many testimonials, and I did put the certification page. This is an international certification where you would literally go into a database so that when any employer or anyone is interested in this certification, you would literally send them to our website with your name. They type your name up and the certification comes up with the date. It's a true certification website. And we look forward to having you around. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you for everything.
This is my number for those of you who want to talk to me. Definitely, I will respond on the spot and provide you with details should you have more, should you have any questions or anything. Yeah.
Thank you, Nada.
So it's one day. You're welcome, everyone. So it's one day. 18 February is 101. So the other 2 days are the masters. So I would personally, what I have done back then, I had taken at least the 101 is very important. And then as you take the course and you enjoy it, you will then choose and decide whether you want to proceed to the masters and when to proceed. Definitely, we have also other days. But for now, 18 February is our 101. Don't miss it, guys. Really, it's really like a good price, and it's really worth it.
Yeah.
It was way more expensive back in the days. Sorry, Mariam?
I said I will join, definitely.
You will join? Who can I see? Anyone who is interested, at least, so that will join. Mariam? Yes, Mariam. Okay.
Yeah, I will send the mail to Illumination, so.
Okay, very good.
Register, yeah.
Diane, you were saying?
Yeah, I will just check with Illuminations because I'm also interested in one of the workshops. So
it's okay. By the way, also for the money, as Gregory was mentioning to some of us, you could, or there are also installment plans, because, you know, we are all doing our best. So don't let the finances be a reason for you to, you know, stop the learning, your pie of knowledge. To stop saying so that you keep on saying to yourself, I don't know what I don't know, I want to learn more and more. I don't want my money to stop me, or my, you know, so
Perfect. I really love.
amazing. So really there are installment plans. The idea is, you know, we are committed, Gregory, me and Dr. Doris and Illuminations, to give you the best we can, you know, so money shouldn't be at all like an obstacle, or let's say, or whatever, for us not to join.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
We're just on opposite building.
Yeah.
Our office is just opposite the building, so it's definitely
Even better.
By,
And for those of you who can't come on site, I would suggest that you do if you're living in Dubai, because
18, right?
having, yes, 18, because having Dr. Doris also is something of an added value, because not always is she present on site. So benefit from this opportunity to have her and me on the ground.
And me online.
And definitely Gregory, whether he's online or on site, he's always of an inspiration, honestly, as I have introduced, as I said at the beginning of the workshop. Thank you so much, Gregory, for being here on your birthday and choosing to be with me. Big hands to Gregory also.
Do what you love.
Thank you to each
You'll
one
love
of you
what
guys.
you do.
Yes, exactly. So thank you also for each one of you guys for joining, and definitely we are here for you. So lots of love your way, and hope to see you soon.
Yeah, thank you.
Is there anyone else that would be interested? Bye-bye, Miriam. Would anyone else?
Bye.
Thank you.
Diane, thank you guys. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, ladies. You're welcome. Diane, do you have your registered here? So I do have